Howdy ho peeps, howdy ho, welcome back one and all. This is a puzzle game called Truberbrook. It is on the PlayStation 4 just now. It's $24.99. It was released on the 17th of April. And it's just under 6 gig. It's one of these, a point and click game. It's a sci-fi mystery adventure game set during a 1960s parallel universe. So it's just a small dev team that made it as well, I believe, by Heads Up Games. I'm only allowed to play the first 2 chapters of it, so because they don't want the game spoiled, but I was given a copy. So puzzles.
Sorry, pal.
Help me with puzzles.
We're out of gas and your engine is boiling. Let's see if we can fix you up here. We'll be back on the road in no time. Stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Power walk, hotspot indicators interact. Walk with cursor. Okay.
Hansen's ice cream. I used to love it when I was little.
Oh, come on, Ali. Yeah, we found the oil. We found it.
If it wasn't for the sand and rubble, the impenetrable darkness, the legions of bugs, and that awful smell of gasoline everywhere, this sure could make a nice place for a picnic. Locked, of course. Hello? Anybody in there? I could really use some gas. Can you please let me in? I'm totally not a vampire, I swear.
I'll look in the window, see if there's anyone there.
Dad used to say, a flawless establishment needs flawless window panes.
Okay.
Dad used to say, a flawless establishment needs flawless window panes. No juice.
No juice.
Not a chance. I need to find some gas and engine coolant first. Out of gas. And the engine is overheated. Somebody forgot their toolbox. This loot box contains only some rusty pliers. Does it ever rain here anyway? No way! A hidden replacement key. That was too easy. As if it wanted to be found. It fits. That was almost too easy. It's pitch black. I can't even see my own hands.
Jukebox. No, where's power?
There's something funny about that picture. Whoops! A hidden switch. This must be the main fuse.
Yay.
It's a picture of a buffalo. The landscape on that picture vaguely reminds me of home. What I wouldn't give to be there.
Okay, drink.
Looks dusty. 20% bun, 5% cold cuts, and 75% cling film. Thanks, but no thanks. Coffee. If there's something I can't stand, it's cherry pie and hot coffee. All I have left are a few Deutschmarks. Pretty useless out here anyways. Again that ghastly tune.
Go down that. Go down the side.
This is the end of nowhere. I wonder if these postcards would ever reach their destination.
Was it coolant? Oh, I needed coolant, didn't I?
This thing wouldn't take me far out here. I know this image. Daytona Beach Race 58. What an event.
Cherry pie and hot coffee, was that a Twin Peaks reference? I don't know, I didn't watch. I never watched it. Thanks, Michael, for the host. Use that.
Now they are working again. Drink up. You must be dying of thirst.
I need still need cooling, don't I?
Fueled up, but the engine is still way too hot. At least the cold chain is unbroken. I wish. It's frozen shut.
Where would I get coolant?
Looks dusty. Electrical cables. Zip.
Don't know if that did anything. But I just cut cables anyway. It's set in the 1960s.
Hansen's ice cream. I used to love it when I was little.
I'll turn it off if I can.
Cold water is leaking out. Cold water is leaking out.
Oh, that's because I turned off. That's because I turned off the electricity.
Dad used to say, a flawless establishment needs flawless window panes. My tires should still last a couple of miles.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon?
Cold water is leaking out.
You got a bucket or something? Oh yeah.
Extra large, no refill. Cold as ice. Exactly what I need. Not until I have found a way to cool down the engine. There you go. Have some Kool-Aid. Good to go. But which way? If I only had a clue where I am.
Sarah!
Good to go. But which way? If I only had a clue where I am.
Well, the map then, don't we?
This is the end of nowhere. I wonder if these postcards would ever reach their destination. This one shows a map of the area. I'll take it with me.
Yay!
Quite off the beaten track.
I've just started it, JT.
Done. Finally, we can make off again. Oh, come on. Start already. It's that darn oil pump again. Looks like we'll be stuck here for a while.
No. How are you, Sarah? What are you doing today, Sarah? Graphically, it looks alright. The Lazarus incident.
You sure this is the right place? When's the next bus back to the city? Beverly, I have arrived. I feel spewed out into the most barren, dark void of Europe. All things considered, this could most likely be the best vacation ever. Feeling chilled out already. Ah, yes. That's where I am. The bus stop. My gateway to the outside world.
Justin Beard, Dominic Worth.
Brr, looks cold. Its heydays are over.
Is that you the dick?
Paddleboat rental. 1 hour, 1 Deutschmark. A hiking map of the region. The upper section has been torn off. I wonder what that is.
Stayed in bed all day yesterday and still am at the minute. Not the best weekend I've had. Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Arrived at destination after a short walk. Truberbrook, a tranquil little town. Seems a bit run down. I must say, Beverly, I absolutely fell in love with this town already. That is one strange-looking cat.
It's a fox, I think.
That's probably the town's landmark. Wooden fences always remind me of my old neighborhood. There's a selection of local charcuterie on display. Würstebrei, Stippgrütze, Schlagte Platte, Pathoke, Tote Oma.
What's Schlagte Platte? Good on you, captioner. I knew you could translate that.
I should check into my room first before I start exploring the town. Evening.
Hey! Nobody there, huh?
Doesn't seem so. They don't seem to have many bookings. All the keys are still there. That's quite a few fishing rods they have there. This leads to the rooms. Today's menu, nothing. Where is everyone?
I saw someone here just a minute ago.
Any idea?
Just try again.
What now?
I would just try again.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
Ding the bell.
Hello? I'm not going to give up.
Jesus!
Good afternoon. How can I help you, darling?
There's a room reserved for me. You know the lottery? I won a stay over here.
You won? How can you win a stay in Truberbrook?
Well, actually, I don't really remember taking part in any lottery myself. Yet I received this winning notification.
What was the name again?
Hans Tannhauser. T-A-N?
Tannhauser, 11hauser. Oh, Dr. Hans Tannhauser. Oh yes, here we have it.
Say, is it a quiet room?
Seeking some peace and quiet,
Well, I'm working on a text and I could really use some serenity.
Text? Are you a kind of writer or something?
In a broader sense, yes. Right now, I'm writing a paper on quantum physics.
I've heard worse. You arrived just in time for the big anniversary celebration. Truberbrook is a bit noisier than usual around these days. But apart from that, I'd say you have nothing to worry about in terms of disturbance. Here's your key, Dr. Tannhauser. My name is Trude, by the way.
If you don't mind, where are all the other guests?
Let's put it this way. The season in Truberbrook is already over.
I get the impression the season has been over for some time.
Why are you all staring at me? Why are your feet glowing?
What?
Please, you've got to help me.
Wait, what?
Did that guy just disappear with my paper? Something unusual happened. There was an uninvited guest in my room tonight. Now that he's escaped, I'm going to chase him down. Where did he go?
Go out the door. I didn't notice. Sorry, Paul.
Darkest night.
A bit quiet, but you just said
In
you
the
were
pale
confused
starlight,
about what was
this
happening.
village appears to be composed of
So
jagged
right,
silhouettes and loneliness.
Hey there. Taking a little night stroll?
Someone was in my room.
You only just got here and you already have secret admirers?
No, it was a burglar. I think.
Well, I haven't seen anyone sneaking around here, but if I were you, I would probably follow these somewhat extremely obvious footprints.
You've got a point there. Please excuse me. This situation is growing aggravating. I followed the person who stole my notes into a kind of dead-end street. And now he's vanished. Picture me standing here at the edge of the world, stripped of my writings.
I wonder who on earth would steal a paper on quantum physics.
Chocolate pizza might help. Oh, chocolate pizza.
I wonder if she knows something about the burglar.
Do you like ghost stories? It is said that a proto-Germanic cult used to live up here in the mountains. They prayed to the spirits of the forests. I know it's a long shot, but maybe this visitor of yours is one of those spirits?
Evil spirits?
Nonsense, I was just trying to mess with you. What was your name again? Tannhauser? Name's Gretchen. I'm an anthropologist. In fact, those old Proto-Germanic ritual grounds just so happen to be my special subject. One of them is supposedly somewhere around here, though I haven't been able to find it yet.
Gretchen, well met. Now that's all well and good, but what am I going to do without my notes?
You know what? I'm going to help you track down that burglar. It looks like he escaped with one of the old gondolas. I bet he's hiding somewhere in the mountains, which, incidentally, is also where I was heading. Come on, you're a scientist. You're coming with me now and you're going to help me find this ritual site. Who knows, maybe you'll even find your evil spirit there. The one with an interest in quantum whatchamacallits. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So what do you say? You with me?
We better call the police or an exorcist. To meet a mountain spirits? No thanks. We already have an appointment. I'm not so much of an anthropology guy. There's not much of a yes in that.
Ha! I knew you had the spirit of adventure in you. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. The early bird catches the worm and all that. We have to find a way up the mountain. It would be easiest if we used a cable car. I reckon that's also what our friend thought.
The cable car doesn't exactly appear to be in pristine condition. What do you think?
Don't worry, I'm sure I can fix this.
Chapter 1. We had when we went to Italy, I stayed at my cousin's. They took us to an Italian restaurant that was like mainly for locals only. The tourists didn't really
I
know
can't
about
fix
it.
this.
And they
The master key is missing and a weasel damaged the electric mains.
Maybe it was the burglar who did this.
Stella Calzone. That
The
was
plan.
absolutely gorgeous.
I'll hold the position and try my best. Why don't you take a look around town? We need the master key for the cable car. Also, we need to override the broken mains. Think you can remember that?
I'll try to remember.
Let's go. This is going to be fun.
This old generator is running at maximum strength. It's even sending out sparks.
High voltage. There's got to be a way we can fix this.
I wonder what that is. Judging by the smell, this was used to transport cookies and lollipops.
Wait, what?
Hello? Anybody there? What was that? These binoculars should provide an excellent view of the opposite lakeshore. I have to insert a coin first.
Well, go on then. You're not bringing any money with you.
I have to insert a coin first. It seems you need a special key to get the thing running.
Indeed, mastermind. Did you already ask around town? Maybe someone there has it.
Alright, so I've got to go back downtown. Oh,
This table! It has a wobble! Everything's going down the drain around here.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir?
You've got yourself a nice spot here.
It's heartbreaking to see the town in decline like this. Everything's going down the drain, just like this wobbly table.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir?
I've been wondering about that cable car.
I don't want to think about the old cable car. This wobbling table is simply unbearable. It's driving me crazy. You better keep your distance. This table has a horrible wobble.
Actually, it's quite a nice table.
Be careful. The table is wobbling terribly.
got a book underneath it.
Small ads, postings, announcements. They're holding a town fair tonight with a band and a raffle. Exciting.
Can't get any further than that.
The mysterious village. Who is into this kind of stuff? Wooden fences always remind me of my old neighborhood.
You think the table's got a wobble? Possible. What's it doing up there?
This cat again.
Was that from me?
I wonder what that is. Locked. Brr. Looks cold. That's some sturdy, full-grown reed. The next city is like 1,000 miles away.
Yeah, well, so.
Hilarious the Unready, Margrave of Truberbrook. Conqueror of the Dragon, Savior of Truberbrook, yep. In the year of our Lord, 1250. Looks like it was struck by lightning the other night. Still looks in good condition, though.
See if Trudy's in. See if we can ask her about the key. Oh. Look at the flies flying around everything.
Modern cuisine. A lump of minced meat in the shape of a hedgehog, garnished with spike resembling breadsticks. Toast Hawaii. Cheese skewers. Looks a bit shabby. A dim oil painting showing a couple of withering roses in a vase. Some of the varnish is starting to come off. How poetic.
He's watching Space 1999 on the TV.
There's something funny about that clock. Science fiction. Something involving spaceships.
Please don't stand there.
Excuse me, didn't mean to. What's that you're watching?
Never seen a TV before?
Coming up next, a new episode of Rocket Ship Andromeda.
Have you been living under a rock? With a TV set, you can take journeys to other worlds. Now that I think of it, I have never seen you here before. Are you from another world as well?
You bet I am. My name is Hans. I just arrived from Berlin.
Hey Hans, I'm Leni. My mom owns the place.
70,000 light years from home, the rocket ship has stranded in star system Omega 3.
Is Berlin also in star system Omega 3?
Omega 3 is a fatty acid.
Omega-3 is a fatty acid.
Come on, that's applesauce.
Star Cybernetation Commander Aurora is searching for a way back home.
And what do you do for a living? Are you a famous cybernetician too?
I'm a quantum physicist.
Quantum, what? Anyways, I'm going to be a star cybernetician.
Only Commander Aurora can disintegrate the even Rulans into thin air with her space beams.
Fatty.
So, do you Berlinalians have any special powers? Can you make things disappear?
I can make incredible amounts of candy disappear.
I can do that too.
Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back after a few consumer-oriented product endorsements.
My uncle knew how to make things disappear as well. I also know where, but I mustn't tell anyone on Earth.
Well, after all, I'm not originally from Earth. I'm a Berlin alien, remember?
Right. But then, how can you prove you're not an Earthling?
I'll think of something. Locked. Now where would this lead to? She's the landlady here.
Precisely.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
Can you tell me something about the old cable car?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to belong to the Baron von Sülz. Then this company from overseas forced him to sell it.
I think he's the Baron's the one sitting outside.
Who exactly is this Baron von Sülz?
Baron von Sülz used to run the mine, a philanthropist and patron of the arts. His wife was the flamboyant Baroness von Sülz. You must have heard of her. Anyway, when the company took over the mine, the Baroness dropped him as well and left the Baron behind. A broken man. Now his cat is his only remaining pleasure.
Wait, what?
What were they mining for? Do you know?
An old silver mine, so nothing a quantum physicist would be interested in. It's been a few years, back in the days, when there was enough work for everyone. Then this company took over the mine, only to shut it down immediately.
So why did they shut down the mine?
There is talk and rumors all over the town. Allegedly, people started disappearing without a trace. Tourists, poor laborers without families, the odd stranger. Some folks were also talking about toxic residues in the air and the water. But nobody knows anything with certainty. If you ask me, I'm just glad the whole affair has come to an end. All those rumors have kept spa guests away for years, as you can see for yourself.
What about this mysterious company you were talking of?
They are called Millennium Cooperative or something like that. A very dubious corporation.
Very dubious.
They have connections to the top, if you know what I mean. Way up to the highest circles of power.
What became of the people working the mine?
More and more outsiders came to town. Nobody knows what they were actually doing in the mines. Some went missing, some went crazy. Who can tell? At one point, they even bought the old sanitarium in order to provide housing for their workers. That was before the mine shut down, of course.
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
This establishment you call your own has quite the charm.
A family business for more than 75 years. Actually, I took over the guest house together with my brother. But now it's just me and my little daughter.
So what happened to your brother?
The only interest that scoundrel had was in his bottles. In the end, that good-for-nothing took a half too much of his Bolzenschuss and just made off.
What? Bolzenschuss? What's Bolzenschuss?
That door over there hasn't been opened in a while, has it?
That's the door to the cellar, where my brother built his little lair. No one has taken any interest in that door since he left. He just took the key with him.
Your daughter really likes watching TV, huh?
You see, the kid is always in front of the box. She's got her mind set on extraterrestrials and alien worlds. Nonsense, don't you think?
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
I'd like to report a theft. There was an uninvited guest in my room last night.
In our house? Oh dear, I'm so very sorry. Let me call the police immediately.
Thanks.
I will keep you informed.
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser. By the way, the buffet is open. Please help yourself.
I have broken the game. How? Please, I don't know how far I'm into this.
She's the land.
Precise.
Good morning.
More.
I'd like to... Thank... This is... Being the... I've...
Any...
Can you...
The kid...
Who exactly...
Now...
So why did they shut...
If you all... They are...
What?
More inside that what...
Would you wrap up the... Would you... Would you wrap up the...
Very...
I've heard enough.
Any...
About the cable car?
Sure.
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything...
I'll be leaving then.
By the way, the buffet...
Good morning. I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself...
Okay. Haven't really found anything that I can use for the wobbly chair table.
The time-traveling machine. Complete nonsense from a quantum mechanical perspective. Beverly, I discovered the local movie theater, Mobius Palace. The favorite genres around here appear to be Western and noir. There's a selection of local charcuterie on display. This bucket seems to have been hung here for purely decorative reasons.
You better keep your distance. This table has a horrible wobble.
The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house. A hanger is dangling from the... There's a clothesline up there, right under my window.
I haven't even got upstairs yet. Can I go upstairs?
It might be able to support a glass of beer, but not this table. Actually, it just needs one more mew. My father used to say, the only thing more stable than a beer coaster was 2 beer coasters. And I think I finally understand what he meant. It might be able to actually... My father used to say, the only thing more... I think I finally understand what he meant.
Let's see if there's another beer poster or a newspaper underneath it. Years of Truberbrook, always for a wonderful facility, a wonderful place to love it, Truberbrook, blah 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 blah. September the 1st. Ramona?
This can must have fallen off the table. They serve traditionally hearty local meals in this place. Apparently a few maggots found themselves a lovely home in there. There's something funny about that clock.
For a beer poster, I need a key, something to put them together.
Time waits for no man, not even in Truberbrook. I discovered a modern telecommunication system further uptown. This might be important to anybody wondering if the world is still turning at the end of the line. It's glowing red. Hi.
Hey.
About the cable car. What was the problem with the power line again?
We have to fix the high voltage power cord in order to get the cable car running. If you touch it, it will fry your synapses. We still have to reconnect the loose ends somehow. Anything else I can help you with?
Yes. I wonder what...
Presumably not the brightest candle on the cake. Who else would steal a paper on quantum physics?
So?
The day before yesterday. Feels much longer though.
But then how did you get here?
Individual travel. By motorcycle, of course.
Why Truberbrook of all places? It's hard to find, even on a map. But I'm not from these parts after all.
I've been trying to pinpoint the exact location of those ritual grounds for a while now. And when I finally found them, I immediately took off. The people around here are nice. But also a little weird, don't you think?
Something about them seems a bit off, yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
What would you like to know?
So you're from the States, huh?
The United States of America.
Where from exactly?
Woodinville, Washington.
Never heard of it. Any bigger cities nearby that I might know?
Seattle, the rainy jewel of the Northwest. Heard of it?
Oh yes, I know the place. I was passing through some time ago.
You've been to the States?
Yes, once. That was a few years back, though. Actually, I had come to New York to attend a conference, but then I got acquainted with some folks there and stayed a while longer.
A while longer? In New York City?
Not the whole time, no. Took a little road trip. First off to the New England states, Boston, Waterville, all the way up to Moosehead Lake, Mount Catharine, and so on. Then Canada and the Midwest. Montreal, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago. On and on. Then Washington State. Sort of got stuck there. Oregon, down to San Francisco. Ah, those were the days.
Wow. You must have passed through Seattle on the way then.
Yes, maybe. And that's where you study?
No, I studied on the East Coast. The Cornell, Ithaca, under Dr. Schrodinger. Have you heard of him?
Ah, of course. Now I understand why you're on exchange in Germany.
Exchange? No, it's more of a coincidence. I won the trip.
You won?
Don't ask me. I've never taken part in any lottery.
Interesting. Uh-huh. So.
I don't know what's happening. Don't know where to go next either.
I met a woman named Gretchen in Truberbrook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
So I'm looking for another coaster for the table. Maybe the German guy will give me some information when I get that.
I don't think it's in the mood for that right now.
What was that? Oh, it's food.
The bus stop. Every... Truberbrook, County of... It might be able to support a glass of beer, actually.
Okay, so you never,
My father used to say, the only thing more stable than a beer...
I'm lost. Anybody got ideas? I don't know where else I can go. You get another beer coaster.